Hey guys, welcome to HRG Zone YouTube channel. And today I am gonna show you the top 10 best insane high-spec PC games you should play in 2023. So sit back and relax. Starting of number 10. Battlefield 1 is a first-person shooter game developed by DICE and published by Electronic Arts. It is set in the period of World War I, and is inspired by historical events. Players can make use of World War I weapons, including bolt-action rifles, submachine guns, automatic and semi-automatic rifles, artillery, flamethrowers, and poison gas to combat opponents. Melee combat was reworked, with DICE introducing new melee weapons such as sabers, trench clubs, and shovels into the game. These melee weapons were divided into 3 groups: heavy, medium and light. Game release date is October 21, 2016. Number 9 is Far Cry 5 is a first-person shooter, developed by Ubisoft Montreal and Ubisoft Toronto and published by Ubisoft. Far Cry 5 is a set in an open-world environment which the player can explore freely on foot or via various vehicles. Unlike previous titles in the series where the player takes on the role of a set character, the game gives the player the opportunity to customize their character's appearance. While the player has a variety of ranged and explosive weapons to fight against enemies, the game places a renewed emphasis on close-quarters combat compared to previous Far Cry titles by introducing a wider range of melee weapons. In addition, Far Cry 5 features a new weapons ballistic system that includes elements like a bullet dropping over a distance to increase realism. Game release date is March 27, 2018. Number 8 is Devil May Cry 5 is an action-adventure game developed and published by Capcom. The gameplay features the return of Dante and Nero as playable characters, along with a new character, named V. The gameplay is similar to that of the other titles in the Devil May Cry series, focusing on fast-paced, stylish action. The player fights off hordes of demons with a variety of attacks and weapons. They receive a style rating for combat based on several factors, such as move variety, the length of a combo, and dodging attacks. The game's music changes based on the player's performance in combat. Every time the player interacts with the mechanic Nico or finds a statue, they can buy new abilities for each character. Game release date is March 8, 2019. Number 7 is Injustice 2 is a fighting video game. It is developed by NetherRealm Studios and published by Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment. Injustice 2 is a fighting game in which players compete in one-on-one combat using characters from the DC Universe and other third-party franchises. Using different combinations of directional inputs and button presses, players must perform basic attacks, special moves, and combos to try to damage and knock out the opposing fighter. Injustice 2 retains numerous gameplay mechanics from Injustice: Gods Among Us, including environment interaction, stage transitions, clashes, and character traits. The trait system, like before, provides a temporary buff or ability that complements each character's playstyle. Game release date is May 11, 2017. Number 6 is Need for Speed Heat is a racing video game developed by Ghost Games and published by Electronic Arts. Set in an open-world environment called Palm City, a fictionalized version of Miami, Florida, and its surrounding areas. However, the in-game map features diverse geography, including mountainous areas, dense forests, and open fields. The game does not include a 24-hour day-night cycle, but players can switch between day and night. During the day, players can take part in sanctioned race events, which reward players with cash to spend on new cars and upgrades. Game release date is November 8, 2019. Number 5 is Batman: Arkham Knight is an action-adventure game developed by Rocksteady Studios and published by Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment. Set within an open-world Gotham City, which can be explored freely by the player from the beginning of the game, allowing them to travel seamlessly anywhere within its boundaries. Many of the gadgets and the gameplay elements from the previous Arkham games return, including the grapnel gun, line launcher, batarangs, the countering system, detective vision, and the remote hacking device. Game release date is June 23, 2015. Number 4 is Shadow of the Tomb Raider is an action-adventure video game developed by Eidos Montreal and published by Square Enix's European subsidiary. The game played from a third-person perspective. Players take on the role of Lara Croft as she explores environments across Mexico and Peru. In addition to standalone areas, the game has a large hub in the hidden city of Paititi. A new barter system allows players to trade and sell various resources gathered from the area surrounding Paititi. Game release date is September 14, 2018. Number 3 is Just Cause 3 is an action-adventure game developed by Avalanche Studios and published by Square Enix's European subsidiary. It is set in an open-world environment on the fictional Mediterranean island of Medici. The world size is 400 square miles, 1,000 square kilometers. However, its volumetric terrain has increased to allow more verticality. As a result of this, it is possible for the player to explore caverns and scale buildings more effectively and realistically. The game's world is composed of 5 major biomes, with each having unique landmarks and landscapes. Game release date is December 1, 2015. Number 2 is Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands is a third-person tactical shooter video game developed by Ubisoft Paris and Ubisoft Milan, and published by Ubisoft. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands is a tactical cover-based shooter game set in an open-world environment and played from a third-person perspective with an optional first-person view for gun aiming. Players control members of the Delta Company, 1st Battalion, 5th Special Forces Group, also known as Ghosts, a fictional elite special operations unit of the United States Army under the Joint Special Operations Command. Game release date is March 7, 2017. And number 1 is World War Z is a third-person shooter video game developed and published by Saber Interactive. The game is a cooperative third-person shooter in which 4 players fight against massive hordes of zombies in 7 locations, including New York, Jerusalem, Moscow, Tokyo, Marseille, Rome and Kamchatka. The game can support up to 1,000 enemies appearing on screen simultaneously, and they can climb onto each other to reach players on a higher level. Players can collect different items in the battlefield, but their locations are procedurally generated. In addition to fighting zombies, players also need to complete different objectives, such as escorting survivors, in each location. Game release date is April 16, 2019. So that's all guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, so please like this video and subscribe my channel and don't forget to notifications. So thanks again and see you soon on next video. And good, bye.